Lesson 822, problem 868. In this problem, we are going to try to sketch a parabola using the two x-intercepts and the vertex. So we're given the quadratic equation y equals x squared minus 2x minus 8. The first thing I'm going to do is find my x-intercepts, and I'm going to do that by using the zero product property. So I'm going to let y equal 0 so that I can find my x-intercepts. And now I have the area as a sum, and I need to go ahead and factor this to get my area as a product. So I have my factors that I can set equal to 0. So I'm going to set up my generic rectangle and my diamond. Put my x squared terms in and my 1s. Multiply those together to get the top of my diamond. So x squared times negative 8 gives me negative 8x squared. My x's, I have negative 2x's. Those go on the bottom of my diamond. And then I'm trying to figure out the factors that I multiply together to get negative 8x squared and add together to get negative 2x. So those are negative 4x and positive 2x. I put those in my generic rectangle. And then I'm going to find the dimensions of this generic rectangle. So to get x squared here, I have to do x times x. And x times negative 4 gives me these negative 4x's. X times positive 2 gives me 2x's here. And then just to double check, positive 2 times negative 4 does give me those negative 8 ones. So writing my area as a product, my factored form here, I have x minus 4 times x plus 2. And I'm going to let those equal 0 so that I can take each factor and set it equal to 0. And now I can solve for x in each of those. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides over here. So I get that one of my roots, one of my x-intercepts is at 4, 0. And doing the same thing over here, solving for x. Get x equals negative 2. So my other x-intercept is at negative 2, 0. All right, so now I'm going to just start a sketch. So I know I have one root at negative 2, 0, and the other one at 4, 0. And I need to figure out my vertex. Now I know my vertex is going to be right in between my two x-intercepts because I'm making a parabola and it's going to be symmetric through the line of symmetry is going to go right through the vertex. So if I want to find that midpoint between my two roots, I can just take the 4 and the negative 2, so take the two roots and then add them together and divide it by 2, and that'll give me that midpoint. So 4 plus negative 2 gives me 2 divided by 2, so I get 1. So I know that the x-coordinate of my vertex is going to be at 1. But what I don't know at this point is what the y-coordinate of my vertex is. So I'm going to go back up to my original equation, which was y equals x squared minus 2x minus 8. So I'm going to rewrite that. Y equals x squared minus 2x minus 8. And then I know that the x-coordinate of my vertex is 1, so I'm going to use this equation and I'm going to substitute 1 in for my x's. And then I'm going to solve for y, and this will give me the y-coordinate of my vertex. And I get y equals negative 9. So I know my vertex is at +1, -9. So I'm going to go ahead and plot that. So it is at +1, -9, so it'll be down here, about there. I'm going to go ahead and just go and do a nice little sketch of that parabola.